All right, listen up. This is the Music Scene Podcast. I am your host, Dave Cudrak. Today on the show, we've got Amy Elizabeth. Many of you may know her from last year's Tuckerton Porch Fest. She was the one that organized it all, and there's going to be another one this year in May. So you definitely want to check out Tuckerton Porch Fest on social media to get all those details and the dates and all of that stuff. And she also does a full band called the Amy Elizabeth Band, and she also does duo gigs. She's a great singer. She was the only one available for today's interview, so I don't have a live performance, but I am going to put her single at the end of this episode, so make sure you listen for that. It's a great song. I think you guys will enjoy it. It's called Tell Me Where It Hurts. And this was a fun conversation, so I hope you enjoy it. Here's my conversation with Amy Elizabeth. Amy, thanks very much for being on the podcast. I appreciate it. Give me a little bit about your background.
Yeah. So I've been doing music since I was a child. My older sister was really into like Broadway and singing competitions and stuff like that. So she used me and my younger sister kind of like as her like harmonizers.
Okay.
So I've really always kind of just been musical. About 10 years ago, 11 years ago, I started doing music at my church. And that's kind of how I got started with, and I guess exploring music as an adult.
Okay.
And, I would then go out to open mics, and I went to Jimmy Brogan's open mic. I don't know if you know who he is, but he's another.
No, I think you're you're in the Tuckerton area, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably about an hour or so from me. So, what was the name of your first open mic? What was the place?
I think it was at the Grapevine.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I did a couple songs with him, and he was like, "Oh, you're great." And then we became friends, and I would just he would bring me up at his gigs as a special guest, and I was like, "Oh, this is amazing! I love this."
There's nothing quite like it, right?
Right. It's I guess like you really don't know until you do it, but it's I don't know. It could be bottled and used as drugs. Like it could.
Sure.
Like a good performance. I mean, we've all had the bad ones, right? But
yeah,
good one. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're fantastic.
Yeah.
So now, what's your primary instrument? I mean, are you a singer? Do you play guitar? Like, what do you do?
Yeah, I'm primarily a vocalist. I won't say that I play the piano because I don't play it, but I know where the chords are, and I know, how it's supposed to be played. I've just honestly just been perfecting kind of using my voice and using my body and like everything else to perform.
Yep. Gotcha. Now after the open mics, did it progress into anything else? Did you join a band or anything like that?
Yeah, it actually things just kind of started to snowball in a good way after that. So yeah, Jimmy would bring me out to his gigs, and I'd come up, and then I got my first offer for a gig.
Oh, nice.
At Mickey's Portico, and I still play there to this day, like once a month.
Awesome.
So it's pretty amazing.
And when you play there, are you solo or do you have a band with you?
I play their duo. It's a smaller place, but I do have a band as well.
Nice.
That we play at other places. But yeah, I started doing that. And I was working with Pickle Rick. I don't know if you ever heard of Pickle Rick.
Shout out to Pickle Rick.
Yeah, shout out Pickle Rick. He'll love it. He'll love that. He was my first ever duo partner.
Okay, and what did he do in the duo?
Oh, he played guitar, and then I sang, and I did hand percussion.
Okay, cool. Yep. And what kind of gigs were they? Were they original music or were they cover gigs?
They were cover gigs. We had the Mickey's one, and then we were doing like randomly just a couple other ones.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, a pickle has like he had really bad back,
Oh,
so
okay.
we unfortunately kind of had to dissolve that.
Right.
And then I started working with Dave Hughes, who he's
Okay.
from Cape May.
Mm-hmm.
Um, he taught me a lot about sound, taught me a lot about just like performing. Yeah, I learned a lot when I was working with him. And kind of like when I was doing that duo stuff with him, I stumbled upon my band.
Okay.
And they're formerly members of Quasimodo's Bride. So I don't know if
Okay.
you're familiar with
I think
that.
I've heard of them. Yep.
Yeah, but so I met them and we got together, we started rehearsing, and then we kind of established that we were going to do original music as well.
Oh,
It
cool.
wasn't just going to be a cover project.
Yep. Yep.
I'm also a poet, so I have a lot
Oh,
to say,
nice.
you know, and uh, so it was really cool to find people that were just willing to, make music.
Yeah, that's awesome. What's the name of that band?
The Amy Elizabeth Band.
Oh, okay. All right,
I
cool. So
tried to
every
do something else.
that's all
It,
right.
it was them. I swear, like that. We're like, no, mm, no, no. It has to be you. I was like,
All
oh,
right.
feed my ego. Go ahead.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So the poetry background, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I've always been a writer. I like would just journal, like things and then kind of go back into like what I was like journaling through or feeling and then pick apart like themes and then
Hmm.
kind of create my poetry from that. Um, I have this like ongoing like 45-page doc in my phone, like, either one line or two-line poems or things that I think are great that I'll just write down and I'll come back to later and kind of build on,
Hmm.
or just like really good ideas. And kind of when I'm feeling like in a writing mood, I'll go into that doc and
Gotcha.
just, yeah, touch up on
Yeah.
things with them.
Anything, any of your poetry stuff ever published anywhere or anything like that?
No, but my friends said I should. I know my friend Chris Rockwell has a poetry magazine. He's like, I don't know why you're not like submitting things to me. I'm like,
Oh, okay.
eh,
Yeah.
I don't know. I should, I guess.
You should. It would be awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you can put next to your name, published writer or whatever it is.
Right, right. Be a little addition. Right.
There you go. So do you so I'm not sure I've spoken to anyone who is like a poet and then also a songwriter. So do you see those as two separate things?
I consider myself a poet,
Hmm.
but like when someone calls me a songwriter, I have like this imposter syndrome. I'm like,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
am I? I just did like, I have one, not two, actually like four.
Hmm.
But, it's like, I don't know. I feel like I can own being a poet more, I guess, for me,
Okay.
because I have like the 64-page document already, you know what I
Oh,
mean? I'm
right,
like,
right,
I have
right.
like proof that
Yeah.
yes, I'm a poet. Where like songwriting's just like a new kind of venture for me.
Okay.
I don't feel like as secure saying I'm a songwriter, but people
Right, right.
say that about me.
Yeah, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, well, how long have you been writing music then?
For like a year now.
Okay. Yeah, and then
Well,
you've got
that's not true.
X
I'm
amount
a
of years
liar.
as a poet, right?
I'm a liar. I wrote this song when I was like 13, but I
Oh,
didn't
okay.
really think that it would be a song.
Right.
And then it's like my band one day, they were like, "Oh, did you ever write anything when you were like a kid?" I was like, "Actually, I did." And I
Hmm.
sang it for them, and then we like turned it into like this rock
That's
song.
awesome.
Yeah.
That's great. And is that the song that we're gonna hear at the end of this episode?
That's not actually. No, we
Okay.
didn't record that one yet.
So what was the first? Yeah. So what's the name of this first song that you wrote when you were 13?
The one that I wrote when I was 13 is called Like a Flame.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's the next one we're gonna release. We're going back and forth between two songs
Right.
that that we're thinking about releasing.
Okay. So like a flame was recorded when you were, or I mean, written when you were like 13.
Yeah,
And then the one we're going to hear at the end of this is called Tell Me Where It Hurts, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay,
That
and
one
tell me
was
a little.
written by my guitar player, Andrew
Okay.
Castellano.
Yep.
Um, but like, so he has like all these great songs for like women because he
Mhm.
like has this great, I don't know if he had a great mom or a great sister. I don't really know, but he has this like way of just writing for, females.
Mhm.
And he's like, "I'll never sing this song, but I think maybe you would like it," you know? And he showed it to me, and I was like, "Wow, this is actually, like, something I probably have said to someone before." Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, like,
Right.
so me.
Yep.
And, I did a little rearranging, I moved some things around,
Mhm.
and, I, like, not that I cut lyrics, I didn't do that, don't tell him.
Right. Yeah, sure,
But
sure.
I, like, reworded things in my own way,
Yeah. Yeah, you wanna sound like yourself when you're singing it.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, that's cool. What's it about?
So it's basically about like this person, uh the person who's singing, me, I guess, would be like it's like really close to someone and they just keep getting hurt by the same
Mm.
person over and over and over again. And they're like not really realizing that like the other person is the person that like wouldn't hurt them, you know.
Okay. Gotcha.
Um, so
All right. But how about this previous song we talked about when you that you wrote when you were 13? What's that about? What does a 13-year-old write about?
okay, so that's funny. Um So the song when I was 13, it was called I'm a Flame,
Okay.
not I don't wanna be a flame, I don't wanna
It was wishful thinking at the
oh
moment, I guess.
god. So I sang it at practice and my bass player was like, he was like, "Well, what about like a flame?" I was like, "Oh, that's so much more like my style.
Mhm.
Sounds like maybe more adult."
Right, right.
Um,
Sure.
I guess pretty like poetic, kind of like a metaphor. Um But yeah, basically the song itself is about like not being able to be like extinguished, you know,
Oh, cool.
um,
Yep.
like being able to kind of persevere.
Yeah, yeah. I was just
For
thinking it's
things.
a song about perseverance. That's cool. Nice, nice. And then you've got a couple of other songs that you've written?
Yeah, we have a couple other ones, other ideas.
Mhm.
Um, it's about it's like they're all like either love songs or like unrequited love songs,
Sure, sure.
you know.
As
Um,
as humans do.
right, right. And then there's one called Nobel Prize, which is pretty fun. We just
Mhm.
actually performed at the Lizzie Rose Music Room last night.
Oh, nice.
And we did that for the first time. We haven't uh, performed that one out.
Okay. Very
So
cool.
that
Nice.
was fun. It was great.
Yep.
Really enjoy it's like the energy of that song. I really like the bass line. It's a good one.
Okay. Was that written by the guitar player as well or
Yes. Yeah, that
okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So tell me about the rest of the band. I know you met them because they were part of another group, I guess, and then they decided to bring you aboard and then you made it your own, kind of your own thing, right?
Right.
So
Right.
tell me about the rest of the band members. Who are they? What do they do? Where do they come from? Things like that.
Yeah, Andrew Castellano is my guitar player and my co-writer, and I will like hum him things and just send him like me humming. So I'm sure he has like a million voice notes of me just humming random things. He's great. I think that I just really like his style of playing, and I've played with other people. I know other musicians, but, like, for him like, writing, I just feel like we're just, like, a match made. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? Like, and
Yep.
I kind of feel like he feels that too. Maybe he won't say it, but we really are, like, it's just, like, with my voice and, like, my ideas and, like,
Hmm.
his, like, guitar playing skills and, like, his, just, uh like, he's just so good at, like, just getting my point of view. I could tell him,
Nice.
you know what I mean? Like, "Hey, I'm
Yep.
going through this," and he'll be able to, like, kind of identify, like,
That's
even the
great.
tone where, like, I need the song to be, you know?
Right, right. Very cool.
I just really appreciate him. And then, on bass, Quasimodo Gandolfo.
Okay.
So he,
Is his name really Quasimodo?
it is, yeah,
Like on his birth certificate?
yeah. Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
know. I know. It's too good. It's literally too good.
Sorry,
Um,
I got hung up on his first name. What's his last name?
Gandolfo.
Gandolfo, like Gandalf the Wizard.
I know. I
He's got the
know.
greatest name ever.
I know. I was like, why isn't the band your name? Whatever.
Right.
I think that was the old,
Quasimodo Gandolfo. That's
yeah,
it.
that was the old band, like Quasimodo's Bride, you know?
Right,
So
right. Yep.
I was like,
Yep.
all right, I guess, fine. No, but he plays bass. He's also like big into like the bicycle scene. Like,
Okay.
I don't know if any of your listeners know
Yeah.
bicycles,
Like
but
like cycling, right? Like on the
yes.
streets. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he worked at a beach bike warehouse for like a
Okay.
number of years in Ocean City. Actually organized a couple shows there too,
Hmm.
as like a result of that. But yeah, he's like they all know him. He's got a lot of
Cool.
followers on
That's
Instagram. I'm like,
awesome.
how do you have all these followers? What? Like what? He's like, oh, the bikes.
That's
He'll
a tight
post
knit
like a bike
community.
pic and get like 300 likes in a minute. I'm like,
Yeah. Right. Yep.
get out of here.
Yep. Yeah, yeah. I'm not personally part of that community, but I know some friends that are and were, and yeah, that's a pretty close, tight knit community. Those cyclists. Yep, it's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah.
Yep.
He's Q Bikes on Instagram, just in case any of your friends
Q
know.
bikes.
Q
Okay, well I'll look him up. Yeah, definitely. We'll give him one more follow,
Right, right.
as if he needs it.
Right. He doesn't. He doesn't. I'm like, collaborate on my post.
Yeah, right. There you go. Just share it. Share it. You know.
Oh, it's so funny. And then on drums we have Lenny Donnelly.
Hmm.
So he wasn't a member of their Quasimodo's Bride. They just kind of met him like a month before they met me.
Okay.
We all just kind of started working together, but he's been drumming for a number of years. He's
Nice.
yeah, really talented guy.
Hmm. All right. So you've got guitar, bass, drums. So are you guys a four piece then?
Correct. Yeah,
Okay.
sometimes we have a piano player
Hmm.
who maybe wants to play with us sometimes, but it's not like set in stone. He's
Gotcha.
cool, but
Gotcha.
you know,
Okay. Nice.
it just adds to the sound if we need it.
Right, right. If you're doing cover gigs, what's the vibe? If for those that haven't seen you before, give us your 15-second elevator pitch as to why we should.
Ooh. Okay, so we do like all different music from like the 70s to today, but then we also incorporate like a few of our original songs.
Hmm.
And the everyone seems to really like them. Because I kind of like to sandwich them between like very well-known covers that people like.
Sure,
And all
sure.
of our covers aren't like everything you hear all the time. They're like, oh wait, oh I know this song. Oh my God, I haven't heard
Oh
this in
yeah.
so long. I love this song. Wait, she's doing it so different. Oh my God. Like almost every song.
That's
So
cool. That's cool. I do that a little bit. I'm a solo acoustic cover guy, and yeah, there's a few songs that I love the songs, but they're not really meant for a solo acoustic gig. So like AC/DC's "You Shook Me All Night Long," like it's written in a major key. It's a very up tempo song, but when I do it, I make it a minor key and slow it down a whole lot, and it gives it a completely different feel. And I can see all the faces just kind of light up, like, oh, this is weird. You
yeah, yeah. Like
Yeah.
so we do Paramore Still Into You. We do it with the
Okay.
full band, but then we
Hmm.
also do it solo acoustic and we change it's so different. And people are like,
Yeah.
oh
Nice.
my gosh, that's Paramore. It sounds great. I'm like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Your original music, would you classify that in any kind of genre?
I would just have to kind of put it under the rock genre.
Okay.
Um, just because there's like there's a blues song, but
Hmm.
then there's like also like pop rock. Do you know what I mean?
Sure,
So
sure.
there
Yep.
it's pretty broad. It's a
Okay.
journey. So when it
Nice,
is
nice.
on an album, it's going to be like a lot.
So now I know you've touched on it briefly, but like the songwriting process as a band, right? Your guitar player, he does a lot of write. You two co-write, right? So what does that look like? Is it just basically you sending him stuff and he puts music to it, or
Yeah, for the
describe
most
that a little
part,
bit?
that's basically what it is. Like
Okay,
we're actually going to get together this week, hopefully.
nice.
um, uh but so I'll like hum some things or
Mhm.
send it to him. But first I'll kind of like we'll be at practice and I'll be like, I got something new. can I do
Oh,
it right
okay.
now? Like, can I do it right
Yeah,
now?
nice.
Sometimes we'll do it right now. Sometimes
Yep.
I'll send it to him, really
Mhm.
depends.
Very cool. Very cool. Do you have plans yet, kind of carved in stone, to record that stuff? Are you working with a studio, or would you record it in like somebody's basement? Any plans for that stuff?
So Andrew has a kind of like a at-home studio that we
Nice.
record in.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to recording it anywhere else, but
Sure.
we're just trying to, I guess, get our music out there in
Yeah.
the most budget-friendly way
Hmm.
where it also sounds good.
Right. I'm the same way. I've got like 4 or 5 songs out there of my own, and all of them have been basically recorded either in my living room, or I have a friend who has like a basement studio. So
Right,
yep.
right. Yeah,
It's the
I
most
actually,
budget friendly way to do it.
right. And I think that's a good, I think maybe like a TikTok told me
Mm.
like don't wait to share your music. Do you know what I
Right.
mean? It was like
Yep.
basically like in a nutshell, it doesn't have to be like perfectly mixed,
Right. Yep.
like up or
Yep.
down. You don't, just
Yep.
basically.
Sometimes done is better than perfect.
Right.
Right. You get it out there, and you if you want to go back later and change it, you can do that. Right. So, or maybe the next project, after you've kind of gotten after you've established some kind of base, right? Then maybe you save up the money and go to like a legit studio and put all the bells and whistles on it, right?
Yeah.
So tell me, sorry, you were going to say something?
Oh no, I was just gonna say like as much as like I do want to like record and do that, I really enjoy like performing live.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's like
Hmm.
my bread and butter. I yes, I want to get my songs out there, all that.
Hmm.
But the adrenaline that I get like from people, like because I consider myself like an empath. So when
Okay.
I'm like able to connect like with people in that way, it's
Yeah,
like
it's great.
I don't know necessarily if you could connect in the way that you can with like sharing your song digitally with someone. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
I see
Like
what you're saying. Yep.
then being right in front of them and performing like that.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's just like that
Yep.
is what that's the it for me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I'm more prone to like play one of my originals in front of a crowd than I am to try to promote my originals, and have them stream it or whatever. I don't, I'm not changing the world with my
Yeah.
streaming numbers,
Oh, I'm
so
not good at
I don't
it.
even care that much.
I'm not good at it. And I see like other people are killing it with like these 20,000 streams. I'm like, maybe one day, I guess, hopefully.
Yeah,
I
who
don't know,
knows?
but
Who knows?
you
Yeah,
know,
I
I
haven't
get
unlocked
claps.
that.
I
I
like
haven't unlocked
claps.
that key yet either, right? Yep. Yeah, I have a few hundred maybe in the 3 years or so I've had music on. I have a few. I've made $4 total.
Yeah, right.
Stream.
Like we're at like $1.28, I think, or something like that.
Nice, nice. You're on your way. You're on your way.
Yes. Yeah. One of these days.
75 years later, and you might
Yeah,
be able to retire.
like the SpongeBob. 75 years later.
So tell me about some of the places that you play. Like, the name of the podcast is called The Music Scene, right? So not only do I want to learn about you, but I also want to kind of get a feel for what the scene is like in your area. Again, you're probably about an hour away from me, so I think we run in slightly different circles. So kind of describe your scene, name some of the places that you play at.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I just played the Lizzie Rose Music Room, which is an iconic venue. The venue itself is great. It's very cool. It's like in an 1890s restored Victorian
Oh
house.
wow, nice.
Typically they just really have like the headlining acts and like the touring bands and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I kind of so I am also an event organizer. I organize events like highlighting other artists, like original
Mm-hmm.
music. So I pitched this guy, like, this was like my third show in this series called Creative Local Ladies.
Mm-hmm.
So I pitched the owner the show and he accepted to have it there.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So it was pretty cool.
Was it a
But
ticketed event?
it was the first time I did a ticketed event, to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. I normally, when I run events, I'll do free events. I'll
Okay.
get sponsors from the community and be able to pay the artists.
Hmm.
and just do a free event.
Right.
But this was my first like try at a ticketed event. And we sold 53 tickets, which was
Okay.
great. It only
Nice.
seats 70.
Okay.
And then people were still buying tickets at the door. So I don't remember how
Nice.
many people did after that, but it was
Yep.
full,
That's fantastic.
it was pretty great. And then, I play at Mickey's once a month over here. It's
Hmm.
a little pub. And then on April 13th, I am taking part in Elephant Talk Music Festival.
Oh,
Have you?
okay. Yeah. By Jerry Ryan.
Yeah,
Yep.
Jerry's
Yeah, I
a
know Jerry.
friend of
Yep.
mine. Love
Hmm.
Jerry. I'm playing on Sunday, but there are bands Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Hmm.
Friends of mine are playing. I don't know if you know the band Dog Beach, but
No, I don't. Mm-mm.
they're amazing.
Okay.
They're
I'll look
so
him up.
great. I love them. I love them so much, and they know it too. Like, oh, um, but they're playing that festival. A lot of great bands are playing.
Okay, cool.
Casters, just
Hmm.
great people. Um,
Nice.
yeah, and I'm actually going to run the door on Friday, so I'm really
Okay,
excited about that because I
cool.
not only like to like organize my events and play and do all that, but I really like to like help other people. You know what I
Oh,
mean? Who are
okay.
doing
Yeah.
things that I'm doing.
Right, right. That's awesome. Awesome.
Very
And then
excited.
you also, speaking of organizing stuff, I think you had mentioned in one of your previous messages that you organized the Tuckerton Porch Fest. Is that right?
Yes, yeah. Last year was our first annual Tuckerton Porch Fest.
Hmm.
We had 6 porches with 40 different acts
Hmm.
all day. So yeah, this year it's on May 31st,
Okay.
and we have 7 porches and
Nice.
a lot of acts, a whole
Yeah.
bunch of people.
Are people still able to sign up for that if anybody listening wanted to be a part of it, or is it too late?
We are full right now.
Okay. Hmm.
But if anyone drops out, I'll like make a post or something like that.
Sure,
You can
sure.
follow Tuckerton Porch Fest, any social media,
Okay.
and like all the information is usually pretty up to date on there.
Nice.
Um, but yeah, I have some like surprises when it comes to that. Like I'm not even allowed to talk about yet, which is like
Nice.
crazy. It's crazy, and I'm so excited about it.
So what does
Like,
that
I don't
mean?
want
Does
to
does
be that
does that
person to be
mean
like, "Oh, big things coming," but like,
right?
no, literally, I'm
Right.
really
So
excited.
so so not letting the cat out of the bag, but what give us a hint, like is it bigger, like maybe bigger name musicians, or what is it?
Okay, so what I will say is last year I ran everything. I just did it all,
Mhm.
and I ran myself into the ground. And I was so
Sure.
tired,
Yep.
and I can't do that
Right.
again. So I'm working with like a bunch of other people, and they're
Okay.
helping me run porches.
Okay,
Um,
cool.
so Jerry Ryan is running a porch. I know
Oh, nice.
he
Okay.
announced that, so I have no
Yep.
problem like telling
Right, right.
everyone about that.
Yep.
So he's running a porch. There's some other people who are
Okay.
coming from far away who are
Okay.
going to be running a porch, and it's very exciting.
Nice.
Excites me.
Nice.
So
We can leave it at that.
yeah,
That's cool though.
yeah,
Very cool. I'm glad to hear that you've got support for it, because the more people that join in, support it, help out, play, listen, watch, the more of a success it is every year, and the more it can keep going, right?
yeah. The goal is to like eventually be able to kind of shut down Main Street, have like no cars be able to
That
come
would be
in or
great.
out. Like you're
Yep.
coming to Porch Fest, you got to be here at
Yeah.
11, and you can't leave till 4. I'm really sorry.
Right.
There's no way
Right.
out. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's what
That's
I
cool.
want. It's like Tucker,
The
it's a small town.
okay. I don't think I've ever been there. So there's like a main drag, I guess, right? And are the porches that are participating this year coming up, are they all on that one street?
Correct. Yeah, they're all on the main
Okay.
street. Yeah.
Okay, cool. That makes sense. I've
Yeah.
been to a number of different porch fests. I've played in one, and then I've just been a spectator at others where it's kind of the whole town, right? Like Collingswood has a gigantic one down here in more south from you. Collingswood, New Jersey has a gigantic one every year. I mean, I think they've got like 100 something porches. Like it's absurd, right? Yeah. But I mean, it's like town wide. Like the whole town, up and down every street. There's somebody playing for the 4 or 5 hours it takes, whatever it is. I don't know what it is. Because they have multiple time slots per porch and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So it's a pretty big deal down here. I forget when the next one is, but I've had a lot of friends play there, and they said
Yeah,
it's
I
a
think Jersey
blast.
Calling played there, right? Last year?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yep.
yeah.
Jersey Calling also played the Elephant Talk last year too.
Yes. Yeah, they'll be
I
there
don't know if
this
they're
year.
doing it this year.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, they're
Oh, they
inside.
are.
They're doing
Okay.
an acoustic set.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, they were episode 4 or 5 of this podcast. I think I
Yeah, I
had them
like
on.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
yeah, they're
cool.
great. They're great.
Yeah, they put on a good show.
Josh and Victoria were. I interviewed Josh and Victoria for the podcast. It was a good time. Where can people find information about you and your band? What are all your socials?
Yeah, me on social media, Amy with the pink hair. You can just type that in anywhere, Instagram or Facebook or YouTube or TikTok, and I'm there. And my website's also amywiththepinkhair.com.
Nice.
So find that.
Mm-hmm.
And then my band has like their own band, Facebook and Instagram as well as Amy Elizabeth Band.
Amy Elizabeth Band. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Aside from the Tuckerton Porch Fest that you're planning and Elephant Talk, is there any other bigger shows lined up or just the around the town type stuff?
Yeah, we're waiting for approval for like a cool show on Long Beach Island that we're doing.
Oh, nice. Mm-hmm.
Hopefully it gets approved, and that'll be in
Yeah.
May.
Mm-hmm.
And then Porch Fest, and then also we're playing at Mott's Creek.
Okay.
I don't know if you know, it's in
I
Galloway.
don't think I've heard of it.
Yeah, well, I've played there as a duo, but it'll be my first time with the whole band there, so I'm
Mm-hmm.
pretty excited about that. I like the
Nice.
band sound.
Nice.
I mean, duo's great. Don't get me wrong. I love just to play, but
Right.
I
Right.
I I need to have like my full sound and like to get the real experience. You kind of need to see me with the band.
Sure.
Like it's
Sure.
just
Yep.
like I'm not really an acoustic act because I have like
Okay.
powerhouse vocals and like I can dial it
Oh,
down.
okay.
I can and I will.
Yes.
But like for
Yeah.
me to express myself fully and like
Mm-hmm.
I need a drum kit. You know what I mean? I need an electric
Yeah.
guitar. I
Right.
need all that.
Okay. So you're the type of singer that really likes to belt it when necessary, right?
Yeah. Yeah, for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Nice. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we
That's great.
opened
Yeah.
our set at the Lizzie Rose with White Rabbit.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah,
Nice.
and like we do it a little bit like different. Um,
Yeah. Yep.
but
Who originally sings that?
Jefferson Airplane,
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yep. Yep.
who I've
Yep.
been compared to. I've been compared to them, Florence and the
Oh, nice.
Machine. I've been
Okay.
compared to a lot of people.
Very cool. Awesome. That's awesome. So we're not going to do a performance today, but we are going to put your single, "Tell Me Where It Hurts," at the end of this episode. So make sure you guys stick around for that. And then we'll put the artwork up for the YouTube video. Well, Amy, again, I appreciate you doing the podcast. Have a good day. All right.
You too. Thanks, David.
Come here and see.